Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. This is Grace, and today we're talking about your May in-depth reading for the month of May. It will cover your relationship and your career. We'll see what comes up first and the theme of the month. Now, Capricorn, before we go into this, do follow me on TikTok platform where we have our weekly readings updated there, and also everything about me can be found in the link in the description box. My website, my products, everything is below there. So do follow me on that platform too. All right. So, Capricorn, take a deep breath in and out, and let's get started. All right, so Capricorn, let's just see what's the overall energy for next month for you guys. What's the overall energy for the month of May? Oh, that was fast. Ooh, okay. This is an energy here where you are being lifted off. Okay, you are being lifted off, you are being brought up. I see that you are being tethered down. So there's two meanings to here. One, you are ascending and you're going forward. Okay, and another that you are actually anchoring down itself. I see there's a lot of forward movement here, like finally launching something, finally going and approaching something here. So let's see what this is, okay? Something is finally happening for you guys. Some kind of forward movement, very positive forward movement. A launch, a creation, something that is setting off. Okay, so let's see. What is this for Capricorn in May 2026? There is a lot of clarity about a situation that's been weighing very heavily on your mind, Capricorn, with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. It's an anxiety and it's a fear that's weighing on you, but finally there is some kind of clarity and understanding about a situation. Yep, Nine of Wands in the reverse. So you're not holding on to anything anymore, all right? Finally able to let go and be untethered to something. Again, with the full card here, there is new beginnings here. So there seems to be a ending to a certain situation, or a release, or a closure to something that's been causing you a lot of stress and a lot of pain, worry, okay? Eight of Cups. Finally walking away from a situation, being able to leave a situation, having the clarity and the understanding that you have to leave, knowing that it's okay. Again, Five of Cups. Something that's been holding you back, you felt really upset about this. And sometimes I feel, Capricorn, at this moment here, you feel bad. Like, why do I put myself in this situation? Why do I allow myself to go through this? Why am I so stupid? Why? Like, there's so many, like, I won't say self, but you blame yourself. Yes, you blame yourself at this point for allowing yourself to be so vulnerable or trusting, or like there's a lot of guilt and just being very angry with yourself. At the end of the day, let's look at this. Let's look what else. Oh, and you have Judgment card here. This is definitely a card of liberation, freedom. Okay, getting out of your comfort zone, not a comfort zone, but leaving a place that you thought was all right for you, the place that you thought was okay, was supposed to be okay. But yes, okay, so what I'm going to say is, Capricorn, in the month of May, there seems to be a lot of liberation. Now, I don't feel like there's going to be a romantic situation or career. I feel like this is just in general. There is something that's weighing heavily on your head, on your mind. This is how you are showing up, okay, emotionally wise, your mental emotions happening in that particular month. So let's look at the Queen of Swords first. What are you cutting? What ties are you cutting? What kind of clarity are you getting in this situation here? What kind of clarity are you getting? Yeah. So the Chariot, King of Cups, and Temperance card, the Lovers, the Ace of Wands. There is a decision about a new beginning. You chose this. This may be a relationship, but in general, this is a decision that you have made. You're not rushing into this. It's a long time coming. You were very patient. You were staying in the situation, hoping that it would change and hoping that it would do well. But now you have really decided, okay, it's not going to do well, and I have to make movements to get out of the situation here. So you made this decision very, very calmly. You were not impulsive at all. You were not rushing through. You spent a lot of time thinking about it. It was a very deliberate decision. Again, with Temperance card, it took a long time. Okay, it was a long time coming. Now let's look at the Nine of Swords. What is that stress, right? What is that stress? What is that stress that you had? Yeah, so this is one thing. The stress, one part of the stress is, what am I going to do without this person? Capricorn, you were so reliant and you were so like attached to this person or whoever, or the situation that you were in. And so now when you have to leave, you get stressed out because you don't know how your life will be like without this person, after hanging around for this person for so long, or hanging around the situation for so long, right? It's like same thing as maybe, you know, I have always driven this car for like 10 years, and now if I change another car, I don't know how much will I cope with it, you know, because I'm so used to where the knob is and where certain things are. Something similar to this, like you just have to relearn itself. But slowly you're gaining more confidence. Sometimes, Capricorn, you might have a self-doubt about whether can I really do it. Like, you know what you have to do, but you doubt whether you have the ability to do it. Okay, let's look at the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse, please. Yeah, so I would say you were trying to see eye to eye about a situation. You were trying to change the way you see things, the way you show up, trying to understand the situation to a point where now you're like, okay, I cannot understand it. Like, I really don't understand the situation. I can't put myself in that person's shoes, or that situation itself. So that's the reason why you are leaving. I feel like, yeah, that's all I can feel, is that you can't see eye to a situation. You can't find a resolution. At the end of the day, there is no answer to that question or that problem. And so all you could do now is to walk away with the Eight of Cups. So let's see. What is this Eight of Cups? Yeah, Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you are very clear now. Halfway through in the month of May, you'll be very clear that all you have to do is to walk away, and that's the important thing. That's it. Just walk. Don't think about what's going to happen after you have walked away. Just get your head through the process of walking away, that transition. It feels like you don't really care. Initially, you're pretty worried about it. You're pretty scared. Okay, how will my life be without this situation? What's going to happen? But you know you're very resourceful, Capricorn. Seven of Swords. You know you are very resourceful. All you have to do now is to get over the fact of like guilt, or like, oh, why am I so stupid? Why do I allow this to happen? Like this self-victiming, it's like self-victimization kind of energy. Like, learn to get rid of this. It doesn't do you any good. Yeah, look at that. It stops you from growing, Capricorn. If you continue to blame yourself and continue to fault yourself for certain mistakes that you have made in the past, you don't really grow. It gets very stagnant here. Okay, so be very selective as to what thoughts and mindset you want to feed and emotions you want to feed on at this time. It's very important that you keep yourself very positive and you encourage yourself and not break yourself down, okay, or pull yourself down. Let's look at the Judgment energy here. Judgment energy. Oh, look at that. The Star, the Strength, and the Ten of Cups. Once you are out of this situation, Capricorn, once you are out of the situation, I promise you, things are going to be so nice. Things are going to look so nice. Things are going to feel so nice, okay? Because it would just change. It would just change. There is so much hope. There's so much healing. You're in a much better space emotionally, mind, body, and soul. You begin to realize that, okay, you know what? Maybe I have to go through what I have to go through so that I can become stronger, more aware, smarter, wiser, more mature. And sure, fine, I may suffer through a certain situation, but at the end of the day, I am so much stronger for it. And you begin to realize this, okay? This will take a while. This will not happen in the end of May. This will take a while. This probably happens in the end of this year if you look back to what happened in the month of May. Okay, but we definitely see a decision to leave a situation. We definitely see you uprooting yourself. We definitely see you moving away from something that doesn't really serve a purpose and value in your life anymore. And we see so much liberation and happiness coming in for yourself at this time. Yep. Okay, look at this. The moment that you move away, the moment that you just say, you know what, I'm done and dusted, I move away and I change my energy and I refocus on myself, 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, you will get what you wish for. If you're trying to figure out, well, if I'm with this person or if I'm in the situation, I will get what I wish for. No, Spirit is saying that it's not pendant, it's not tied to this person. Leave, and it's tied to just yourself. Leave and you'll be able to find and manifest the things that you want for yourself. This person or this situation that you are in is actually pulling your energy down. So we can see from here, right? You are being pulled down. So now you are being risen from the ground in that sense. You are being asked to go, to rise up, to get untethered, to cut ties, to release the strings that's been tying you back at this time. All right? So now let's see, Capricorn. Is it going to be about a relationship? Is this a relationship situation or is this a career situation? I got a feeling it's a relationship situation. So let me get double confirmation first. Relationship. relationship. Okay, so this is going to be about relationships. So now we're going to move on to your career. Okay, Capricorn, how is your career like in the next 1 month, in the month of May, right? Capricorn, how is your relationship? How is your career like? How is your career like? Okay, so career-wise, I see things being very stable. Okay, we have the Emperor energy with the Page of Swords, but we do have the Seven of Swords here. So be mindful of some kind of politics situation. Be mindful of people saying things about you at the back of, like, behind your back. Okay, pantry talks. We see politics. That's what we see. We see politics happening here. Right? Give me a bit more cards, Spirit. Give me a bit more cards about career, please. Yeah. Okay. So let's see, Emperor, Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of Swords. As much as career is okay, career still pays the bills, it's still very stable, you still get what you want. But I feel like in this month, you begin to hear a lot of things happening on the grapevine. Ace of Swords, information and news coming in about a certain situation in the workplace. Okay, and it stresses you out, or it makes you feel very uncomfortable, because with the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Swords, people could be saying things about you that is not true, or trying to implicate you in things that is not true. So we do see a little bit of verbal confrontation happening with the Five of Swords here coming out. All right, let's see. With the Emperor energy, what's going on with the Emperor energy, please? Oh, wow. Okay. So Capricorn, we definitely see you stepping into your power this month. We see you speaking up. We see you advocating for yourself. We see you fighting and defending your ground, standing your ground. So it could be that you are having selective conversation with someone else in the workplace because of something that happened. Okay, and you're trying to assert yourself and assert your dominance, put your foot down about something. Let's look at the Page of Swords, please. Yeah, so you are on the grapevine, you're putting your ear out, you're trying to hear and get as much information as you can to make sure that it's as accurate as you can. Seven of Cups here with the Hangman is, you may not know exactly where the source of information come from, so you're spending a bit more time just to be very patient to hear, like, okay, who said what, who did what, that kind of stuff, before you go and confront the main source, the main culprit, the main, like, rumor monger, whoever that is doing this. Okay, and very quickly, I would say the first 2 weeks in the month of May, you probably will already identify who is the one that's stirring shit in your company here. And you will approach this person pretty quickly. You're trying to nip it in the bud very quickly. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Wands. Yeah, and you'll be very surprised. And very surprised is the person that is talking shit about you happens to be someone that's very close to you at work. Okay, someone that is working with you very closely on a daily basis, or someone that has collaborated or have very good connections with you, and they are the one that's actually doing this. So with that being said, your energy has completely changed. You have already pulled back from this person. You have so-called cut cords or cut ties with this person in that sense, and all this connection now is a transactional connection where, okay, I only work with you because I have to work with you. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. Like, I don't have to go lunch with you. You're not a friend anymore. You're just a colleague. That's it. You are just a stranger and someone that I just work with because I have to work with. That's it. Okay. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. I see you stepping up a lot, Capricorn, with the Nine of Swords here. Yeah, so you have the Empress, the Justice card, and the Strength card. So definitely going through this sense of feeling very upset about something, okay? Feeling very upset, feeling very pained, like heart pain about something, because like, oh, how can you do this to me? How can you say this about me? Because you were so close. I tell you almost everything, or I confide in you a lot when it comes into the workspace. And how can you now just do this in betrayal of my trust? All right, so you are now reverting back the relationship and making it very transactional. Let's look at the Five of Swords. I feel like there's going to be a bit of trust issues that you have moving forward. Okay, so Five of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. So yes, whoever that is in the future, whoever that is going to be close to you, has to be someone that comes to you willingly and is able to add value to your life. They needs to be someone that is on the equal standing, or your standard has increased now for those who are really becoming friends. Like, if in order for me to have a friend in workplace, there's certain criteria that you have to pass before I really treat you as a friend. If not, everyone is just colleagues because of this betrayal, because of this backstabbing situation. Okay, yeah. And I feel like with the Judgment card and the Lovers card in the beginning of the reading, you sort of like know who is it from, but you just want to get confirmation, like real confirmation that it's really this person or that person that says that about you. Okay, because I feel like you have the inkling of who is doing this already. Okay, what else can we see about career? Okay, what I would say, positive note, once you nip this in the bud, it is done, did, dusted. Like you don't have to go back and revisit anymore. No one will dare to do this to you anymore. No one will step on your toes. You really firmly and very loudly said your piece, deliver your message, and it's heard loud and clear throughout the office or throughout the team or whoever that is trying to stir shit for you, who's trying to bully you at this time when it comes into your career situation. It's done. It's done. Okay, it's been put to rest. Nobody will bring it out again, and you are free to do what you have to do. You're free to mingle, you're free to build connections, you're free to be yourself again in that sense. All right, so let's see if there's any last messages for you guys before we end the reading. Okay, any last messages for Capricorn before we end the reading? Ooh, we have the card of Sundering. Sundering, I wonder what that means. And we have the Whale. Okay, let's just look at it in terms of like drawing wise, right? The picture itself. Let's just ignore the keyword itself. But this reminds you of the Ace of Swords, where the truth is out and using that sword to kill someone, not physically, but killing it with words, using your words to put someone down, using your words to end a situation. So it does feel this way where this entire month you are very sharp-minded and very sharp-tongued, and you're using it to defend yourself to the max. You're trying to protect your energy and protect your boundaries here. We see the Whale. I like this because you are becoming a force to be reckoned with in the month of May, Capricorn. You are a force to be reckoned with. Don't play around. Like, you are just out for blood. If anybody try to piss you off, anybody tries to gaslight you or undermine your energy here, you are very, very, like, you're on their case immediately. All right, so Capricorn, I definitely see you stepping up a lot comparing to your normal times and becoming very chatty and very vocal about how you feel about things. All right, so that's all I have for you guys, Capricorn. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon.